in terms of that duo for the side of Quantum Freaks, even in the early game against Hum Life Esports.
Soraka would be very interesting. Oh, are we bringing it back? No way, Valdez.
I guess so. I mean,
Zeri, Yuumi.
It goes well with the Zeri.
Yeah.
Not really a meta pick nowadays, though, the Yuumi.
Until Lucian does finally get that IE online. And it all comes back to the Lee Sin here at the end.
Yeah, I mean, they're letting him have it. They didn't ban it in any phase. They did not think about it. They took away the Vi instead. And they're saying, okay, Lucid, prove to us that you can play the Lee Sin in game 1 of a best of 5. And so he's going to get his hands on R5 Lee Sin. Of this coming through, and Lucid looking to make a big impact early on in game number 1.
Ghost Exhaust, don't forget.
Yeah, they're going for Barrel. The easy target. Let's see if it does work out. Trying to block here is Deft, and it will work excellently, as Deft will keep his support safe. All Rek'Sai, and King in almost 2 plates already. Very nice bubble here on the aiming, but at the end of the Lucian, not going to get value until this mid game.
Oh man, Pyoshik in trouble.
Yeah, he's going to have to flash away from this one, and he will be okay.
For KT with this composition.
Don't do it, Lucid. Oh, he's going to go in and smite it away and actually hop away. And now, with Showmaker getting the first roam, we got a potential play as Pyoshik's just going to have to throw that ult in and lead perfect, as now he has pulled the Rek'Sai under the turret, makes the play. And Kingen going in for the ult, knows he can't get out, as still does a nice amount of damage, but they're going to, yeah.
It's going to be a good one. There's the kick play here for Lucid.
Trying to make something of this. Pyoshik does have his flash, so he's just going to get over the wall, but hard to get away from a Zeri.
Going to wait for the Zeri to be a little bit stronger before we up fights. As I say that.
Yeah, they're TPing into this one. I think they do want to fight for this. And Kingen over the wall. Lucid nowhere near the dragon, though. Kingen looking to push them away. And you know what? KT's going to respect it, as now Lucid over the wall. They get on top of Aiming. The package goes in. And Aiming slowed down, just going to flash away. And the Zeri Yuumi is so hard to lock down. As we can clearly see here, this fight very broken up at this point already. Kingen getting in onto Deft, and that's enough damage. Lucid with the assassination, taking out the enemy AD carry. But now it's Perfect's turn. But Zeri just has that extra amount of mobility to get over the wall and get away from the Cassante. It's currently a 4v4 still, but you see the health bars of DK a bit low, and now with Lucid out of the fight, it does look like they'll give this one up for now.
There's no way to contest you, even with BDD out of rockets, they won't fight.
Okay, well, Kingen wants to go in alone. He does have a Yuumi, and they're trying to take out Perfect. They're going to get the Cassante, and I guess the fight wasn't over.
Dante top, and that's the only permafrost you have in this draft, so this feels very strange as Lucid will get caught though.
Oh boy, yeah, on vision here, not cleared out, but he does get away. The Lee Sin, the Azir.
The Azir as well.
Yeah.
The Yuumi, that's untargetable.
Think about the Talia value, Wolf.
I mean, I'm just saying. They picked Sejuani instead, Valdez.
Yeah, Kingen's just hanging out in this brush, and now they're going to use the package onto him.
And does he care?
I mean, they're going to use so much to try to lock down a Rek'Sai, who is a tank.
And he doesn't care, and he buffers it with the burrow and gets out.
TP. So now, no package. Okay, that's the big rocket you were looking for, Wolf.
Yeah.
Okay, it's hit Aiming, but it's also a Yuumi, so the sustain is there. And I'm not sure if DK really cared too much about it at all.
Don't forget, Showmaker can disengage this as well. He's very low on mana, though, so he really has to be very careful.
All right, Tidal Wave a bit desperate. As now the kick comes in, but BDD is going to get away, and into the backline goes Perfect, but the zoning is in place for DK. Still, the smite is going to go the way of Pyoshik as a very messy fight comes in. Lucid not really in position. Kingen going in as he's got a Zeri and a Yuumi with him to just push forward. And this is what we were talking about. Aiming just has all the room in the world to just sprint at the enemy team.
Meanwhile, Baron is taken, just to remind everyone.
Yeah, this is going to take a long time, okay? TP's coming in, and now maybe you want to give this one away. Both Showmaker and BDD. TP.
And D+, now 4,300 off this one Baron.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, I mean, Pyoshik, this has been the game for him. Like, he's played
exactly what I said moments ago is, if KT win one fight, they're back in the game. So let's just be oppressive. Let's play slow.
Okay.
Maybe not Kingen.
Right as you mentioned that, Kingen decides to burrow, and they're just playing with their food, trying to keep them away from the Baron. as it's being two-man.
KT have to be super decisive here, and killing Aiming probably isn't going to be the way.
Dosic is going to get in on time. It is incredibly low. They can't quite see it, but now they are going to, as Lucid in the front line taking a bunch of damage, and Lucid has to flash away. Meanwhile, Showmaker pretty low himself, as Kingen getting into the backline against 4 people. He will eventually go down, but so will Perfect. So the tanks on
as we're on the Baron again.
Yep, starting it again. This time we got 4 members. Still top laners are dead, but teleport's available for both. And the
Rocket's
focus coming
connecting.
in. Yeah, Aiming's got to be careful. He's just going to back into this one. As Kingen is TPing in and gets bubbled, that's not necessarily the angle we were looking for. Thank you for the leash. Maybe it's a flip as the kick comes in, but the damage isn't there.
1 health.
And Pilchik gets in, and he takes it away. There is the sweep, and Aiming is still alive. He is flashing on the enemy team, looking for the kills. The redemption comes forward. And how many kills can he get is really the question. He picks up 2 as the knockup comes in for Perfect. Maybe able to take out the Seri. Can he get the job done? Another knockup for Perfect, but it's not quite enough. Uh-oh.
Perfect.
Aiming going on in. The rest of the team right there for the side of KT. But again, he's basically a juggernaut. I mean, there's not a small amount of damage that you need to put into Aiming, and you need to lock him down. Cullen comes through, and it barely does anything, as now ult into Lucid. Or actually, that was Kingen.
Yeah.
He's just in the front line like, okay, I'll just tank this up.
Jungle cosplay, man, it keeps happening. He doesn't care. And, I mean, BB comes back, doesn't get the top turret here, but how much can he actually get done with this poke? He's out of rockets already.
Yeah.
And they're going to lose this inhib regardless.
Inhib will go down, for sure. The question is more on how much are they going to lose as Lucid goes in, messes it up, and now we have a play onto the Zeri, but again, the Cassante lockdown is not enough, and he's just going to sprint into 5 people, takes out Death, and that might just be enough. The kick is huge as Lucid will make up for the former play, and that should be the game. Barrel all alone, and is basically just penta fodder for Aiming. Let's see if he does give it over. That's really the only question at this point. DK waiting on the wave to come in, but this game number 1, have no mistake, it will go the way of DK as they start off the series very, very strong. They're going to try to give this penta over to Aiming. Can he get it down as a bubble?
Barrel says no. Barrel says no. Look at Aiming's face on the player cam as well. They want it so badly, they will take the Nexus instead. I think a worthy consolation prize is D+ start the series off with a bang.